Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, hi, my name is Dana. I upload new videos at least once a week. Sometimes I add a little extra in here and there. So now is a great time to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already to keep up with all of my new videos. And if you are brand new to the tea journey, just starting to learn about tea, I have something that might help you. I recently wrote an ebook all about the basics of tea. So I kind of meant for it to be like a good guide to just getting started so that when you walk into a tea store and you see all these new words and all these things you may not have heard of or seen before, you can go in there with confidence and start exploring all of the different teas the world has to offer. For today, I have another tea review. This one is from Adagio and it is chocolate chai. Okay, so let's get started by getting our tea steeping. All right, and we are good to set this to the side and give it a couple of minutes to steep. So this one doesn't have a description on it since it is just this little bag. They actually gave me this for free. I bought a bunch of these size bags, like these big ones, back in September, and they gave me this as my little sample to take home, and it's 0.8 ounces, which is enough for quite a few cups of tea. So I'm really appreciative that they do that. So this is chocolate chai. It's a black tea. Ingredients are black tea, cinnamon bark, ginger root, cocoa nibs, natural cinnamon flavor, and natural chocolate flavor. So this is going to be kind of like your regular chai, but with an awesome twist of chocolate, which feels so Christmassy to me, like the spices and the chocolate together, a little bit decadent, you know, like a little extra special. Oh, the combination of the chocolate and cinnamon gives me almost like a Mexican hot chocolate vibe. Like the combination of chocolate and spices just always reminds me of that, and that's so good. All right, so let's take a look at the tea. You can see that it's mostly black tea with a couple spices here and there, but we'll dump it out on a plate so that we can get a really good look at it and get it all spread out. Oh, the cinnamon pieces are actually kind of big. This one's a good size. I mean, they're all different sizes. That's another thing I love about tea is you grind coffee beans or even just coffee beans as a whole, it's so uniform. Everything looks exactly the same. But when it comes to tea, it's like a blend of ingredients that everything looks different. There's so much to look at and explore. And even just between the cinnamon pieces, there's long pieces and then there's pieces like this that are a little different in shape, and it's all different. And then I see little pieces of ginger. Here's one of the cocoa nibs. I see a couple of those in here, which is gonna make for a really nice creamy cup of tea because the cocoa nibs are gonna melt right into our water, and oh my God, it's gonna be so good. Traditionally, chais are black teas, but this is gonna be extra awesome that it's a black tea because the black tea and the chocolate are really gonna be nice together, and a black tea can really stand up to that chocolate and that cinnamon, and it's still gonna hopefully taste like a tea, but with those decadent, awesome additions. So here is how it looks in the plate. You know, you can see the black tea and the little bits of spices, but then the cacao nibs kind of just blend right into it. You sort of have to look and pick them out. I think I've tried I guess I've tried a handful of chocolate chais. David's Tea used to have a chocolate chili chai, so it was you know, a chocolate, how many times can I say chocolate chai? But it was a chocolate chai with chili pepper and pink peppercorns. So those pink peppercorns, they just look so whimsical in a tea. So I really did like that. Chocolate chili chai had that nice kick of chili and the spiciness from the pink peppercorns. It seems like this one's gonna be a little more mellow than that. It doesn't have anything that's gonna add intense spice. It just has the cinnamon and the ginger as far as spices go. So there's no cloves, there's no pepper, nothing like that. So I really think this is going to be more of like a chocolate tea with a twist of cinnamon than it is like a chai with the addition of chocolate. But let's go on Adagio's website. Since we don't have a description on this little bag, let's see if we could get one from their website. All right, so here it is on the website. I'd say the picture looks about on par with what I see. The description says, we've taken one of the world's favorite indulgences, chocolate, and combined it with the exotic flavors and spices of masala chai to create an ultimate treat. Chocolate flavored Ceylon black tea is blended with cinnamon, ginger, and cocoa nibs. Oh, that's cool. So the actual tea leaves are chocolate flavored. Huh. That's interesting. I wish it would have said it on here because I wouldn't have realized that. Because it does smell really chocolatey. I guess I'd be surprised if it was just the cocoa nibs. Soothing, spicy cocoa notes, zesty, warming quality, and soft liquid chocolate texture. Very seamless combination. Make it extra rich by preparing with freshly warmed milk. Oh, so the ingredients and lore section I usually love. It's so cool to get different like extra fun facts and information. But since I bought a whole bunch of chai from Adagio, it looks like all of the chais say the same thing about how in India, tea was viewed as herbal medicine, and about the chai carts with the clay cups. If you watched my video about Adagio's spiced apple chai, you can get all that information there, so I'll link that one way or another. But long story short, in India, where they have like chai carts on the street where you can buy like a cup of chai, they serve the cup of tea to you in a clay cup instead of like a paper or plastic cup like we have everywhere here in America. And after you finish your cup of chai, you can just like throw your clay cup on the ground to shatter it, and since it's clay, it just goes back to the earth where it belongs. But it's not like a plastic or paper cup that's gonna like stick around pretty much forever. I wish they would do that here at like Starbucks and things like that and serve it in clay, because I would keep the cup and I'd plant like flowers or something in it, and that would just be really cool and also like great for the environment. So that was a really fun fact that I learned from Adagio's website on my last tea review. I never would have thought of clay as like a disposable material for cups. It smells so good. The ginger and the chocolate sounds like it would be weird, but I mean, it smells Christmassy, because I guess I'm sort of thinking of like gingerbread and like ginger cookies and like ginger spiced things. We all know I love ginger, but I think I mostly prefer ginger like not combined. Like most of the teas I drink is just like ginger that isn't combined with cinnamon or other spices. So I feel like the ginger, cinnamon, and chocolate makes it kind of Christmassy. And then on the back of the little bag from Adagio, it has a little bit of information about the black teas compared to like, this is how much there is when you buy the whole big 3-ounce bag. But honestly, like, this is a little less than 1 ounce, and then this is 3 ounces. I feel like the bags could be smaller. I always say this, I don't love Adagio's packaging. I'm so spoiled with David's Tea. They always have like something cute. They have it so you can decide exactly how much tea you want. Adagio's is pre-packed, so you don't have as much choice of how much you buy. It's either like this size, the 3-ounce size, and the bag that it comes in is just the bag that it comes in. So I always try to transfer mine to tins whenever I have empty tins, because I just don't love the look of like these big bags hanging around. But luckily this one is small and I'll drink through it pretty quickly, hopefully. I'm assuming I'll like it just because it smells really awesome. But on the back here, it's just a little teeny bit of information. Fresh teas direct from origin, artisan black teas. Our artisan black teas come direct from farmers in China, India, and Sri Lanka. Continue the discovery. Find tea locations around the corner and across the globe at teamap.com. Ooh, what is teamap.com? I'm gonna go to that. But then there's like just some pictures. That's like a little tea garden. What is that? Teamap.com. Wow, so it shows all different places where you can get tea, like tea rooms, tea shops. This is really cool. So it's Tea Map powered by Adagio tea. So this is how the website looks. And you scroll down and it shows like, so it looks like the setting for whatever reason is on Kentucky right now. So it shows like a tea shop that looks like a little cafe. There's a tea and supplies store, a bed and breakfast that I assume does like a tea service where you sit and you have like scones and stuff. Let me put in my zip code and see what there is around me. Oh, this is so cool. House, there's Adagio comes up on here. Teas, I don't know them. Oh, there's a crepe restaurant that also does a tea service. Wow. So this shows like all different places where you can go to like have tea, even not Adagio. Like there's Argo tea on here. So whether or not they serve Adagio, it looks like they do list it on here. So any place, there's like high tea places, tea parlors, cafe and pastry shops. There's tea and coffee houses. Wow, okay, that is really cool. Map.com is really awesome. It's like powered by Adagio, but it shows like everything in your area. So all kinds of cool like tea rooms and tea cafes and even just regular old tea shops. So that is an awesome resource. I'm really excited around Christmas time, or honestly for any like life occasion, birthday, anniversary. I mean, literally anything. Occasion is there than the holiday season to go for a tea, like go do like one of those really classy, fancy, like sit down teas where they bring out the tiered tray with like the cookies and the little sandwiches and the scones. Oh my God. And to be able to just type your zip code, or type, if you're traveling, you can type the zip code of wherever you're going and it'll all come up with all different tea. This is like a game changer. I'm really excited. The reason to love Adagio, because I don't really see any other tea companies like promoting tea houses like that don't even like serve their tea, as far as I know. Because that was like every single tea related anything, like they can't possibly all serve Adagio. So that's just a really cool for the tea community. You know, it's not even like serving, like I don't see how it would be even like serving them. Like maybe they collect advertising fees or something, but so that's really just an awesome resource for us. So I really appreciate that, and I will try to remember to link that in the description box so you guys can all see what tea places are near you. But I would say we are ready to remove our infuser and try the chocolate chai. It smells really chocolatey. I'm not sure I've ever had a chocolate tea where like the tea leaves are actually chocolate flavored. I think most of the ones I've tried just have like chocolate pieces that melt into the tea. So I feel like the texture will be a little different than what I'm used to in this. It's still pretty transparent. I did expect it to be a little more opaque because of the cocoa nibs, but it smells really chocolatey, and I smell that cinnamon. I smell the cinnamon and the ginger, and it smells just wonderful. So I'd say we can go ahead and give it a try. It's nice. The black tea is a little bit astringent, but it's nice. I definitely taste the ginger and the cinnamon. The chocolate isn't as strong as I would have like kind of thought it would be by the smell, but it's really good. It's like the hint of chocolate and like the ginger and the cinnamon are all really beautiful together. It's really nice. The chocolate is not overpowering, which makes sense because, again, there aren't like chunks of chocolate or like anything crazy like that. Also, there's not anything that like adds sweetness, whereas like other brands sometimes do, like, you know, the chunks of chocolate where those would have sugar in them, but this doesn't. So I like that because it's not sweet, but it is chocolate. You know, it's like that decadent, chocolatey and the spice, but it's not like, I don't feel heavy when I drink it. You know what, does that make sense? Like when I drink a lot of chocolate teas or when I drink like coffee, for example, I feel kind of heavy. And for my everyday teas, I generally prefer like something more clean tasting because I just feel energized after I drink something like that. And I feel like this is an awesome way to get like the flavor of chocolate. And it does have that like Mexican hot chocolate vibe, but without like that strong like punch of spice. Just like the cinnamon and everything are really nice together. But I feel like this would be like my way to get like a chocolate vibe in a tea because it doesn't taste like weird, weak, watery chocolate. It's not like that at all. But it's not like a sweet, decadent, like desserty, heavy kind of tea. It's tea and it tastes like tea and it has that like clean tea taste, but it still is like that little hint of chocolate to make it a little extra special. I would say it's more cozy than decadent. Like this isn't like strictly dessert. Like it feels lighter to me than a regular chai, even though it has like the addition of chocolate. To me, this tastes light enough to drink every day. Maybe it's the ginger. Maybe it's because like there isn't all of those other spices till ginger is coming through really nicely. But personally, I don't crave a chai on a daily basis. I like chais like when I'm in the mood for chai, which could be once a week, could be, you know, it depends on the time of year. But I don't always really want chai every day. But I could imagine drinking this every afternoon, like probably not in the morning because I'm so into my green teas for the morning, but like a little later in the day, I could totally imagine drinking this like on a daily basis. I think this might be one of my new favorites. I'm so happy that they gave me this little sample because I wasn't buying this. I wasn't gonna buy a chocolate chai because I've already tried like David's Tea's version, so I thought I was like all good with that. But this could not be more different, honestly. You know, it's not overly sweet, it's not heavy. This is like a light, this is a tea. This is definitely what a chocolate chai should be. I do like that they didn't stick cloves in this, even though it's like, that would be the traditional like masala type chai thing. Just add chocolate to that. Like, I feel like they were mindful about what spices they wanted in this tea, because if they would have added cloves, it would have taken it like, I guess like down into like a spicier, like to like a deeper spice dimension. Whereas with just the chocolate, cinnamon, and ginger, each one of those like shines. And it tastes like an awesome like spiced chocolate. It's not what I think of as like a traditional chai just with chocolate thrown in there. It's definitely like a little more mindful than that. So I really like this. I'd say this is probably gonna be one of my winter staples, at least until I run out. So I might actually buy a little more of this because I really, really like it. This one, I would say that I like this so much more than I even expected to. Like I went from like not even gonna buy it to like this is one of my new favorites, I think. So it just goes to show, sometimes there are teas that don't sound like they'll be something that you love, but they end up being like so much more awesome than you expected. So that's why I really like to try to encourage everybody to go out and try more teas. Try ingredients that you might think are weird or that you might not have gravitated towards on your own. You know, like try things that are a little outside your comfort zone, because you never know when you could find your new favorite tea. All right, guys, I hope you are having a beautiful holiday season and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.